Hi, today we're going to do a few questions on SQL. This is simple SQL from grade 10. And I've got two sample databases that we're going to use. The one is called BookList. It's just a list of books. It only has one table, all about the books with the title of the book, the writer, publisher, ISBN, the year that it was published. If you can't see the whole field, you should be able to click here and widen this. There we go. Publish year. The number of pages, again, it's not quite wide enough to see. The price, but then the other field has disappeared. And the last one is in stock. Obviously, it's the number of books in stock. Okay. So I'm going to move that over to the right. And on the left here, we have the questions. Let's stretch that out a little bit. So we're going to work from the book stock database. And if you look under the video, you can find a link to the questions and the database, and both databases, Bookstock and CD database. And I must give credit to this work to the old IT. It used to be called computer science course. So those were the old computer science books. And that is where I got a lot of these questions and also the databases. So let's try this out. The first question, display all details of all the books. So in Microsoft Access, you're going to say create, query design SQL to set up your query, all the details. So that will be select star. And then what is the table called? Let's just check there. It's called BookList. So from BookList. And remember, actually, I could have typed this out completely in lowercase. Select star from BookList. And SQL is completely not case sensitive, unlike Java. It doesn't mind if you put everything in small letters or capitals or a mixture, it will work. So let's run this to check that we get the right thing. So if I stretch that out, you can see basically it's exactly the same data as if we stretch that out, same data as we had in the table. Okay. Nice, the easiest query that you can get. So let's go to question 2. Display the title and author of the book sorted alphabetically by order. Again, create, query design, SQL. Select the title. So I will go title, comma, author. Do check that those are the right names for the fields. If you look at book list, actually, I'm not going to do that now. Let's just go from book list. And then I've got to sort alphabetically. So the command is order by. And then by author. I still like to capitalize my main commands, like the keywords. It just looks neater, but really, if you want to type it all in lowercase, it's perfectly fine. So that is the command. Let's run it. To run it, you click on this exclamation mark. If you can't see the exclamation mark, click on query design so you can see it, and then run. Okay, so there's no field called author. I better go to the table and see what is the field actually called. And if you go to the left here, to the right, I mean, it's actually called writer. Now that's a little confusing, isn't it? How are we going to get back to that query? So to get back to the query, you have to click Switch Windows at the top. Switch Windows, and we will go back to Query 2. You can also choose to cascade the windows so that you can see all the work that you're busy with. And let's go to Query 2 there. So it's not author. We've figured out it's writer. And I'm actually glad I'm making mistakes here to show you that even teachers don't always get it all right. And a lot of coding is trial and error. So let's run this. We now click on Query Design to see the exclamation mark. And we run it to check that our reply, our results do make sense. They do look sensible. Do check your results, run your queries so that you can make sure that the data you get out looks reasonable. It looks like what you were asked to do in the question. So can you see that the author or the writer, as they've called it, is actually in alphabetical order? Okay, shift this to the right again. And we'll do question 3. Display the title, publisher, and year of publication sorted by publisher. Now, if you want to now, you can pause the video and go try this out and then compare with my answer. Okay, so create, query design, SQL, and let's do select, again, title, comma, publisher, comma, year published, I think it was called. I could go and look, but I'll just guess at it. Sorted by publisher. So again, from BookList, order by publisher. Okay, I'm guessing at the fields. I'm not sure that year published is correct, but we'll soon find out. If I run it now and it's not happy with year published, it says to me, enter parameter value. That means there's no field called year published. I'm going to cancel that and go back to the table. Book list. Let's go and see what it's called. Let's expand this whole database. It's called publish year. Okay. So that's my problem. Let's go to my query 3, and it's publish year, not year published. So I had that wrong, like that. Right, and now we should be able to run it. Go to query design, click run, and oh, I still got a typo. Right, there we go, try again, run it, and now it's looking good. So we've got all the books sorted by publisher, you can see, and then the year published is over here on the end, publish year as it's called. And so that's looking great. All right. Question 4, display all fields sorted by ISBN. So create, query design, SQL, select, display all fields. That means select star. From, again, the same table, book list, there only is one table, and then order by, and we want it ordered by the ISBN. And again, I'm guessing, I think that field is called ISBN. Let's run it. And yay, it works. So look at the ISBN. If you look carefully at those numbers, you'll see that they're getting bigger and bigger. All right. And question 5, display the title, writer, and publishing year sorted by year from oldest to latest. Again, create query design, SQL, select title, comma, writer, comma, publish year. Okay, that's all from book list, order by, sorted by year. So it's going to be publish year again. Now, if I want it from oldest that's a smaller number, to latest, that's a bigger number, it's going to automatically sort that way. Let's just run it and make sure, okay? So there, okay, from oldest, 1971, to latest, 1996. And if we go down the list, you'll see this is actually quite an old database, 2004. That was the latest in 2004. Yes, this is an old database. Okay. A lot of these are still very good books. And so there it is. Now, I just wanted to show you, with years and with time, we're often thinking, okay, if it's got to be from oldest to latest, then maybe I must make it descending, because that sorts in the opposite direction from biggest to smallest. But then when you run it, you're going to see you get the latest books first. So check your results, please, guys. Do check your results, run your queries, and make sure that the answer is what you were asked for. All right. So definitely should not be descending. Question 6, display all fields sorted by price from most to least, and then number of pages. Okay, so there's two sorts going on there. Again, let's look at the table so we can see what was the price called. Let's go across the table and find that field. It is called price. Okay. And what was number of pages called? It's called num pages. We're ready to do our query. Select, what were we asked? All fields, so star, from book list, and then order by, sorted by price. Oops. Now from most to least, from the most expensive to the cheapest. So that's a descending sort. And then also by the number of pages. So that's going to be num pages. And that's an ascending sort. So if there are two prices the same, like if two books are 500 Rand, it will show you the one with 10 pages first, then the one with 200 pages. So let's run it and see what the results look like. Let's expand this. Are there books that are the same price? Can't see any. Now these look like very random prices. Here's one. Okay. Two books worth 129 Rand 95. So can you see the one with the one with 226 pages is listed first, and then the one with 276 pages. There are two for 115 Rand. The one with 116 pages listed first, then the one with 222 pages. Let me show you the query again. So we've got select star from book list, order by price, DESC for descending, comma, num pages. That's how you sort by two fields. Okay, so we've done all the book stock queries. Now let's move on to the CD database. I'm going to minimize that and show you my CD database. Okay, this is just a database with two tables, a CD table. Let's expand that. So the CD table shows you the artist of the CD, the CD name, the genre, the replacement value, and the owner ID. All right, and then, as you can see, this is really old. It should be playlists or something like that, but yeah. And then the owner table, it shows you the owner ID, the owner name, the contact details, which is actually their phone number, their grade, the class, the email. Are they a disc jockey, yes or no? On duty, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe the hours they're on duty, and their date of birth. These are very old people. It's an old database. Okay, so let's move that aside and start with the questions. Display the name, phone number, and grade of all owners. name. So it's going to be owner name. Then phone number is contact details and grade. So let's start our query. One thing is, okay, I won't show you now. Actually, should I show you now? Okay, one thing I do often is I go to database tools and I go to relationships, and the two tables are here. Sometimes this has not been set up. So let's clear the layout and pretend that wasn't here. What we can do is drag the two tables in. So I drag CD table in and I drag owner table in. It shows you how they're linked. For now, don't worry. In grade 10 and 11, you're not required to work with that. But you've got a nice summary of all the fields in both tables. Just make sure you stretch out both tables so that you can see all the fields. Now, what I do is I use my snipping tool and I create an image of that I can then just leave displayed in the corner of the screen so I can easily refer to it. Okay, and I'm going to move that aside and let's redisplay where is this snipping tool? We'll just put it down here. Scroll down there. So we can see everything in one glance. Okay, and let's move that back to there. Oh, keeps going out of sync. Okay. So let's close this. And we can start our query. So create, query design, SQL. And here we need to display the name. So we can see it's from the owner table. And if you can't remember the field name, you can look it up down here. There it is, owner name, comma, phone number. Now there's no field called phone number. Oh, contact details. Okay, contact details, comma, and then grade is called grade. Now we can look up the name of the table here from owner table, owner underscore table. Look it up in the snipping tool. And was there anything else I was asked for? Any sorts? No. Okay, so that's the whole query. I can now go and run it and check what I get. And that looks great. All right, let's do the next one. So display all the details of all the owners sorted in order of their names. Again, we're going to use the owner table. We're ignoring the CD table for now. So just the owner table, all the details is select star of all the owners. So from owner table, and we're going to need an order by in order of their names. So owner name. And let's run that. And there we go. Just look at the names. They are nicely in alphabetical order. Next, display the CD name and replacement value of all CDs. Now that's not in the owner table, definitely not. We can see that CD name is in the CD table and replacement value also. So we're going to use the other table now. SQL, select CD underscore name, comma, placement value from CD underscore table of all CDs. So no sorting required, so that we can just run that and check we get the right result, and that looks great. Okay. And let's just close that. Close that. Sorry, just getting a bit cluttered here. Okay, and then number 10, from the CD table, display the artist and value, showing the most expensive CD first. Create query design, SQL, select the artist. And again, we're working from the CD table. So artist is the name of the field, comma, value. No, there's no field called value. What are they talking about? Oh, okay. Replacement value. Replacement value from CD underscore table. Showing the most expensive CD first. So that's going to be an order by replacement value. Because when we talk about how expensive, it's talking about replacement value. Now, if we want the biggest number at the top, we need to sort descending. But if you'd run it without putting descending on, you would have seen you're getting them in the wrong order. Okay, let's do that. We run it now. There, you can see they're in the wrong order. The cheapest is showing first. So I've got to go change my query and add descending. There, run it, and there you go. Most expensive to least expensive. Okay. And then number 11. Number 11. From the CD table, display artist and value, sorting by artist first, then value from cheapest up. Sure, cheapest up. You're going to have to think, how does that look? Okay, again, select artist, comma, replacement value. It's actually the same query from CD underscore table. Right, let's just move that up. Sorting by artist, so order by artist, and then value, replacement value from cheapest up. Well, that means from the cheapest to the most expensive. So I think no descending required here. Run it and check. When there's two records by the same artist, you can see, yes, the cheapest one is first. Like a perfect circle. There's a record CD at 109,9 and 0.09, and then 145,45. So that looks great. Okay, and that's all for this time. I hope this has helped you to practice your SQL. Remember, it's really, the more you practice your SQL, the better you'd get at it. And remember that it is worth 33% of your exam from grade 11 on. It's also a big part of the exam in grade 10, so please do practice. And I'll see you next time.